right, so the wife and I walking to get some KFC.
I wouldn't tell anybody that.
Walking to get some KFC. We give you a look of Bogota financial district. We gotta go that way. It's a Friday afternoon. Traffic is not so bad. Hope the camera doesn't get taken away.
Oh yeah.
Someone coming.
Let's go this way.
This way? This way? Okay.
Because I think this way you can't walk.
Yeah. So here's a Friday afternoon. One thing I noticed here in Bogota, there's not a whole lot of stray dogs around. Other parts of Colombia, I mean, there's stray dogs everywhere, but around here, there's not really a whole lot of stray dogs.
You should do his thing.
Yeah, there's a food stand, so I just got to be real cautious here. Try not to get the camera taken away. But there we go, crossing the street. The other day we came. We almost got run over by a train. So got a lot of work, construction going on. But anyway, so the wife wanted to check out KFC, and to be honest with you, the best KFC we've had was in the Bahamas, believe it or not. So if you're a KFC or a Popeyes chicken person, the best Popeyes was in the Bahamas too. They're right across the street from each other. Better than anywhere we have. So the mission is to, every country we go to is to pop over to a Popeyes or a KFC. KFC is more common, and see if we could taste out the chicken, find out how good it is. We gotta go this way. Let's go. Gotta cross the street. So we're jaywalking here. Hope we don't get run over. But it's not, traffic really is not too bad right now. Yesterday was once a year they have a special thing where no one could drive their personal vehicle. Only all you see on the road were taxis and commercial vehicles. And the traffic was incredibly less. I mean, you couldn't believe it. The sound was a whole lot less. The noise pollution, I guess. The air pollution was a lot better too, you believe it or not. But today, of course, that is over with, and now we got a lot of traffic again. So there's a lot of yellow cabs around, believe it or not. So definitely no problem getting around. Hope you guys can hear me. We got green light. So first things first, we're gonna do is go and try and find coffee. Haven't been impressed with the coffee in Bogota. It's been really well, not bad, but just I like strong coffee, and you think that where coffee is like the number 2 thing, they'd have really good coffee, but haven't found that to be true yet. So we're gonna go try and find some bread and coffee. See, there's traffic going into the city. Just coming out of the city. This morning I saw the train. The train it was full of passengers, so I don't know where it was going. But it was going somewhere. It's a city, some corporate buildings pay us. There's actually the other day we went into a dollar. It's called Dollar City here, kind of like Dollar Tree, but prices are pretty good. The stuff is a lot better than Dollar Tree, believe it or not, and actually it's a lot cleaner, more organized. There's a Land Cruiser. I swear there's more Land Cruisers in this city or in Colombia. Traveling from Bogota to Medellin and back, we've seen more Land Cruisers than I've ever seen in my whole life. Colombia must have a special rate on Land Cruisers. Made a deal with Colombian people, but streets are fairly clean. Not a lot of. Look at that. We need to go there. Hamburger place. The line. I say the streets are clean, but there you see some trash right there. But
there's so many people.
it's a hamburger place. Oh, there's a lot of people here. The wife wanted to. You must have good pastries. It's lunchtime. That's probably why. Lunchtime Friday in Bogota.
We gotta try Randy's. Look at Randy's.
Yeah, Randy's is happening for hamburgers. First meal we had in Bogota was a hamburger. But anyway, see there's some trash right there. But for the most part, the streets are fairly clean. At night, the homeless people would come and scavenge through it. And actually here, it's not so bad, but some other parts of the town, I mean, there'd be trash all over the sidewalk where they scavenge through it and looking for food. A lot of bikers here, not as many as it was in the financial district. They have the other more southern parts financial district. There's like a middle road that goes down in between. We've got all the bikes and pedestrians and people running. You can use very organized. A lot of people here take health pretty seriously. And you'd think that Colombia would do well in the Olympics in biking because there's so many bikers, man. Bikers everywhere on bikes, riding bikes, and it's so mountainous. I think they're very healthy. There's another Land Cruiser going by. So, but here we come up on the donut factory. Oh, we're going to this other place. Lunchtime donut factory. All right, I had to take a pause here for a minute. Here we go. Buenas tardes. Vamos. Yeah, you definitely gotta be able to speak a little bit of Spanish coming here. Helps out a lot. It depends on what part of it. If you're in a bigger city, you know, there are more people that speak Spanish than if you're outside of the city. So. Yes, there's the other day we were walking around and we came upon this park. Really nice. This part of town is the nicer part of town, in my opinion. have to jaywalk across the street here in a minute to get to this coffee shop. I should do a video, visited 50 coffee shops and see which coffee is the best. These are little convenience stores. They're all over the place. Ara, there's a Exo down the road. There's one called Exito, which is really big. It's like one of the bigger grocery stores that they have. Nothing like Walmart or anything like that down here. I guess the Exito would kind of be like the Walmart. They have clothes and food and all that stuff, but I haven't come across a Walmart type store. It's a Dunkin' Donuts. There's quite a few Dunkin' Donuts around. They haven't seen a whole lot of Starbucks. Maybe a few here and there. So, hey, la otra vez.
Okay.
Gotta get used to walking out with the camera in the hand. Trying to keep it kind of close to me. Otra vez, other time, or another time.
All the time will be ultra aura.
All the time?
No, all the time.
No, doesn't kind of go like that. Otra hora,
Yeah.
another hour.
Well, aura is not like saying time.
Time, tiempo. So we're trying to learn Spanish as we go. So, I mean, originally, my little background on me, my dad is from Nicaragua. I lived there, left there when I was 9. And where we lived is a island called Corn Island, which was mostly English that they spoke here. But my little bit of Spanish from growing up has stuck with me, and it's helped a little bit as we go along here. You know, the brain is a incredible thing where, I mean, it's been 40 some years since I've really used Spanish on the regular, but all that is still back in there, and it comes out every once in a while. So I'm not fluent at all, but if I get in a jam, I could get out of the jam, no doubt. There's a lot of kind of neat cars. Look at that. That one, don't know what that is. But I say, you know, there's a lot of Land Cruisers here. It's the Land Cruiser Prado is kind of what you see.
I think there's that one over there.
There's even a lot of two-door Land Cruisers. I've not seen two-door Land Cruisers in the States.
How can I get a car?
We'd have to go by the street or wait for the light to change. So we're gonna jaywalk here, wait for the light to change, and then run across the street. Try to get over there to the coffee shop, Pan and Cafe. It's in English, Pan and Cafe. Pan, well, Pan is Spanish for bread. But, do a little walk, a little running. There we go. I think I need to get another different stick so I can hold it better. But we're gonna go try this coffee.
What are you gonna get?
I'll share with whatever you get. All right, well, here's our meal, our lunch. cafe and a couple, not sure exactly what they're called. Looks pretty good. Alright, well we're back. Just had lunch, some pastries and coffee. Wife thought it was delicious. It wasn't bad. One of the better coffees that I've had. Of course, I don't drink my coffee with sugar, so. You want to try cross? Or you want to go down? So, one thing you find a lot here is pharmacies. There's one right there. Bottom of total. They're like CVS's worse. And when I say worse, is there's more of them than the CVS's. You know, you go in the big city, there's CVS on every corner. There's a pharmacy store. It's probably 2 or 3 on every corner. And I mean, the cool thing is you could get whatever prescription. If you have a prescription from the States, you could come and get it right here. The price would be about what you pay if you had insurance. So it's fairly inexpensive. And if you don't have a prescription, you could just go to the pharmacist there. You can tell him what you need or what you want, your symptoms, and he'll get you the prescriptions you need. So that's pretty good. Now, I don't know the quality of the medicine if you can get it. I don't know what their standards are here versus the States, but that is an option. So medicine is pretty inexpensive. From what I heard, too, you know, if you were to get sick, you could go to the clinics, and it's fairly inexpensive, but you might have to wait a while to get served. So if you're living here, you could get what is it, insurance? It said it's the gold insurance, where you get really good care. Doctors will come to your house. All kind of stuff like that. They'll bring medicine. One of the big things here too is delivery. See this guy on this bike here? He's delivering stuff. Everywhere you see is the delivery service. Not Uber Eats necessarily is a big thing. There's another company. I can't remember off the top of my head what it's called. Didi it's called. So there's another pharmacy right there. So yeah, Didi is the name of it. You see them all over on these little scooters. Uber is a pretty good. Well,
they're not supposed to function.
Well, they're not supposed to function, I guess, but they do function. Now, if you're getting an Uber from the airport, let's walk over here. If you're getting an Uber from the airport, it's a little different story. They're really not supposed to go to the airport, I guess, and you might have to walk a little ways to get your Uber. I mean, if it was me, I would get a taxi coming from the airport, just based on our experience. Going to the airport is a different story, but coming from the airport, unless you have something arranged, just get one of those taxis, and it'll be a lot easier, especially if you've not been here before and you don't know the ins and outs of what to do or where to go, so on and so forth. But Uber here, Uber Ya, I guess is kind of what it's called. They work with the taxis too. You can get a taxi from the Uber app, and it's fairly inexpensive. When we first came, you know, we thought we were gonna ride the bus system. But traditionally, you know, if you ride the bus, it's usually supposed to be less expensive. But I mean, if there's more than one, if it was just you, then I would say it probably could be, because you can pay like $1 ride per person. But if you're in an Uber, you know, there's 2 of you, so that kind of cuts down on the cost. So it might cost us $5 to get somewhere, where the bus it might take, you know, you gotta walk to where the bus is, and you gotta know where to get off, what bus to take, catch another bus. The Uber just takes you right there, and then you don't have to worry about it. Less stress, you know, especially if you're shopping and you have groceries and whatnot. You know, it's a lot less hassle. But some places, the Uber, they can't go. Like we were at the store, we were at the Exacto store, and they couldn't go into the parking lot. We had to go outside the parking lot to wait for them to get them. There's another Land Cruiser there. Like I said, they're all over the place. So try and walk across the street without getting run over.
By the Land Cruiser.
Get run over by the Land Cruiser. Looked like it's gonna rain. Yeah, I feel a couple of drops. That first day we were here, man, it poured down. They came down. And we were maybe 200 yards from where we were staying. And of course we waited. We tried to get an Uber. Uber wouldn't come. And then finally, probably 2 hours later, it finally stopped. And we walked to the hotel.
That's how I got sick.
My wife thinks that's how she got sick. I don't think so. It's just from the stress. We had just got back from driving from Bogota to Medellin, back to Bogota in a week, and we went through the mountains, and it was like a stressful drive. It was crazy. It was neat. It was a good experience. Not for the faint of heart, that's for sure. It would have been a lot easier if we had a car that was like a SUV. We had a sedan type of car, which was kind of, we were doing some off-roading. The wife decided to do no tolls in one area, and it took us down this dirt road. We were probably on a dirt road going, good thing it was downhill, it wasn't raining, for about 3 hours, not knowing where we were at. It was a wild and crazy ride, put it that way. That was just the beginning of it. But it was a nice scenic ride though. Saw the countryside, saw how some people live up in the country. People are very, very nice. Nothing to be afraid of in my opinion. You can go across here. They're off to the races over there, waiting for us to get across. Yep. Here we go. Try not to hit anyone in the head with this camera. Need to get another camera, not a style camera. There's another. Oh, that's the same Land Cruiser we passed. Then there's another one. It's an older model Land Cruisers. Do you know what? I'm surprised I don't see any of the Lexus. You think with all the Land Cruisers you have around here that you'd probably see the Lexus, the GX 550, the new one. I like those. They kind of look similar to the Land Cruiser, in my opinion. I don't know if they're as rugged as the Land Cruiser, but people going home. But that gray hotel, that's where we're staying at. It's not really a hotel. It's like a condo type of thing. So there's a pool, there's a workspace area, there's a lap pool, there's a sauna. It's not too expensive either. We pay probably $350 for 8 days, and it's like an efficiency place that we had. The cross is up there. You
I
gonna?
didn't notice that walking.
We could try run across when the traffic stops. vendor here. Tell you what, his food smells good. Probably better than most restaurants out here. All right. There's another Land Cruiser. That's the third one. So here's hey, yo, hey. These are some shops that you could buy food from. Just here. Buy cosmetics. You can buy anything. Anything you want, anything you think of. They got it here. Cosmeticos, that's cosmetics. There's a storm coming in right there. Yep, better watch where I'm going. We'll fall off the sidewalk here. They're coming up on our cuarto hotel here. So sign off for now. Sayonara. Until next time.